Hey everybody, I am doing things a little bit differently today. Please excuse this mess. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning and I just got woken up. I have been getting two song downloads. One of them has been playing on repeat for a couple of weeks now, and that is American Pie, right? The one that goes, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And this'll be the day that I die. I've been getting that one over and over and over again. And when I say download, I mean, it popped into my head out of nowhere. I started singing it. I started listening to it. And then there were times where I would be doing something else on my phone, or I just walk around with an earbud in my ear, and then suddenly out of nowhere it would start playing that song. That happened at least twice. So, it's just relevant. It's relevant. And the other song, the song that I, got woken up for, is Bob Dylan's Times They Are Changing. And I can't play you the song because YouTube will flag it and then my video will be useless. So I'm going to go over the lyrics and then we'll pull some cards and see how this is relevant, other than, it's the 888 portal. 8 is also, it's infinity, but it's also new beginning, right? When you get to the crossroads at the intersection of the one circle and the other circle, and they intersect, that's the new beginning, right? You have two groups of people, basically, or two groups of something, and they intersect, and then they go their separate ways, right? So, we're at that time right now of intersection, or we have been for who knows how long. Could be hundreds of years, could be thousands of years, depending on the cycle that we're in. And it's the end of that, right? The age of Aquarius, right? Okay, so we're coming out of the age of Pisces and entering into the age of Aquarius. And so we are coming out, we've had that intersection, and now we're coming out, and everybody is going in their direction. Now, some people, will continue to go down that way. Others may go down and come up that way. You know what I mean? It's it just depends. But regardless, it's a forward movement, right? So come gather around, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown. So it's saying that, you're in over your head, right? This could mean different things. It could mean that you're in over your head financially, right? That you've gotten yourself into a situation that you can't get out of. Whether it be financially or, you feel like you're in over your head in a relationship with someone that you can't really work with, someone that maybe led you to believe they were one way, and now you're finding out after, digging yourself in a little too deep that they're actually another way. It could just mean, emotionally, you're in over your head. The waters around you have grown. You're just in such an emotional state that maybe you can't even, you just have so much emotions that you can't even process it all. Or, I'm getting that's important. And that's really kind of the focus here, is the emotional aspect where, things are changing and it's hard to understand and it's hard to deal with, right? And accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. So it's there's a storm coming, Okay, you're already in over your head, and there's so much more to come. So you've got to get your shit together and start figuring this shit out. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. Right? You got to figure out how to swim. It's sink or swim time, right? You got to be able to stand on your own. You got to be able to swim in the waters. You have to be able to navigate your way through these emotions. And I'm going to say that again because, like, in another way, right? Okay, so we have these CMEs, these, what is it called? I don't remember what the C stands for, but it's like magnetic energy, okay? And it is being bombarded on us by the sun. The sun is shooting out these CMEs. It's radiating, basically, this energy down to us on a much higher level than it normally does. And I think that there is still a bigger one yet to come, and that's going to be like the Big Bang, the bomb, because that's another download that I've been getting, is there's like a bomb coming, a truth bomb, an energy bomb, and I'm not talking like a nuclear bomb, but it's going to be like energetically, I don't know how to say it, but something big is coming, right? Okay. And it's going to maybe cause a lot of damage. And so, like, that's why it's so important to be so, like, mentally and emotionally balanced right now, because these energies are intentionally, being shifted, changed, like forced upon us, right? And so those who can alchemize, if you want to call it that, who can process these energies, and the emotions that they bring, we're going to be coming out on top, basically, because we know how to handle it, okay? But also, we are being guided to help others to be able to process, right? So maybe you're a healer and you've healed yourself, and now, like, your services are needed to help heal others so that they can learn to process this energy, and the emotions that it brings up in themselves. So that, because that's the whole goal, that's the whole reason for it is the sun, trying to heal the earth of all of these feelings, of all of this negativity. The polarities have changed, or they need to change, and that's what's going on. It's just, and it's so many things and so many different layers, and it's happening all at once. And it is hard sometimes to keep your head on straight, to keep your wits about you when everything around you, that quote, can you keep your wits about you when everything around you is unstable, basically. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, right? The prophets, and the prophecies are important right now, so much more than we know. People who have been mocked, who have been, demonized, like the tarot readers and the psychics and things like that. It's no coincidence, that these are the people that we need the most in this hour, in this moment. And keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win. So that's kind of what I'm talking about right now, is that like these people who've already had a connection with Source, you know, and who have been laughed at, mocked, demonized, you know, criticized, judged unfairly for that connection to God, especially by those who claim to be, you know, of God. So, you know, it's like they're the losers, and they're gonna be the ones that come out on top. They're gonna be the ones later to win. And, you know, oh crap, I lost it. And there it is. Okay. It's Congressman, where did it go? Senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall. For he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. So, if you watch a lot of tarot, right? I'm sorry, this is ending up being much longer than I expected because I still haven't even pulled cards yet. Maybe I'll do a separate video for that. For he that gets hurt will be he who is stalled. So if you've been watching a lot of tarot the last few weeks or months, especially, there have been a lot of videos, because there's a lot of energy regarding those who, you know, who are on their path, those divine, you know, masculines and feminines who are on their path but are being blocked, who have been held back by certain individuals, you know, who are, you know, just, I don't know exactly how to say it, but like basically who have the spirit of the devil, or who are a vessel for the devil, right? They're just full of all of this hatred, all this, you know, animosity, negativity. You know, they're unhealed. They haven't processed, you know, whatever it is that hurt them or broke them in the first place, right? And who have like actively and intentionally attacked innocent people. I'm talking, you know, women and children especially. So these people who have been holding things up, who have been holding on too tightly to that which God has already told them to let go, you know, touch not my anointed, Exodus, you know, Moses and Pharaoh, let my people go. You know, all of that is already, if you're not aware, has already played out, you know, energetically. But we're still in the process of, you know, people still trying to hold on, to withhold, to be miserly with that which does not belong to them. And that could be money, it could be inheritance, it could be, you know, recognition, it could be love, it could be, I mean, it could be so many things, you know, like what's being withheld from you. It could be, you know, a home. It could be, you know, your physical things. It could be a car. Who knows? But it's like, you know, karma, you know, it's going to hit and it's going to hurt for these people. Will soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are changing. This, I feel is actually like quite literal in that, I mean, it's figurative in that, like, you know, things are being shaken up, but also, I think that we can expect more, like earthquakes and stuff like that. And when they do hit, you know, they're going to be more powerful, more potent, you know, higher level earthquakes, because, you know, God's trying to send a message, you know, to those who ignore the call, basically. Come, mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you don't understand. That specifically, that's for some people specifically, you know what I mean? Where you had like judgmental parents, or, you know, where your parents just didn't understand you because you are foreign, you know, to them. You are foreign to I can't even say. It's like, okay, so let's put it this way. We have the pyramids all over the place, right? All over the world. And, you know, they're strategically placed. Specifically the ones in Egypt, right? They, you know, they're lined up with Orion, the Pleiades, and something else I can't remember. And so basically it's like when everything is aligned just right, you know what I mean? And when the energy is right, it's like a portal. Okay, it helps, like, I don't know, maybe funnel the entities and the energies, you know, to Earth. And so it's like that's what's incarnating into people's bodies at the time. I can't explain it. Hopefully you get it and you understand. And it's like, so for their generation, it was, you know, I don't know the majority, right? But like it was funneling a certain energy. But like things have changed, or things are starting to change. So at some point along the way, the energy started, you know, changing. What was being funneled down is different energy than what they came down as and what they know. And you know, again, there's a reason for that, and it's because we're in a period of like transition, of change, of the crossroads intersecting. And so, you know, it's like, as even us, our children, right, are different than us. And so I think the difference though is that, you know, in past generations, they weren't as openly accepting of what they could not understand. We are, I hope and believe, the generation, you know, like Z and later, are more openly accepting and accommodating to, you know, to the future generations, and to allowing them to be free to, you know, to be who and what they are and express themselves, you know, to be less oppressive, you know, in general, and more understanding and accepting. So like past generations, you know, they criticized their children a lot because they couldn't understand them. And, you know, we're learning from that. That's another, you know, it's just a whole nother layer to all of this. And your sons and your daughters are beyond your command, right? You know, these, hopefully, what I'm getting, you know, and it goes along with a lot of like the Dolores Cannon type teachings, if you understand or know about that, and if not, if you want to research it. It's like they're the waves of souls that are coming to Earth, and it's like the star seeds and the light workers, and they're connected to Source, like, already. So, you know, their commander is the Most High. So you're not going to be able to command these souls like you have in the past. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, right? And so it's like saying, like, if you can't get on board with the changes, if you can't flow and grow and change with the new generations, then, like, if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. And if you're part of the problem, then you need to just get out of the way, you know, because you're not going to stop anything. Yeah, and we just get this. And the first one now will be later, the last for the times they are changing. And that's biblical as well. I mean, it's all kind of biblical. And the first will be last and the last will be first, okay? So we're at 20 minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and end this video now, and I'll pull cards on the energy, and I'll put them up separately. And thank you for coming to my channel. If you're an old friend, then thank you for coming back. I hope that this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. And I hope that, if nothing else, it has entertained you for a few moments in time.